Hey everybody, I'm Nicholas from Leftover Content and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie. Last time we boarded the Rusty Bucket herself, and in this episode, we're going to explore the new world we unlocked called Click Clock Wood. That's a terrible angle of that. Without wasting any time, let's just dive right into it because I am not too excited to play this world. Alright, stepping off the warp pad, the first thing you see is a door with a flower on it. If you look around the room, you see one that has a nice bright sun, a cool autumn's leaf, and a chill, going first person, and a chilly snowflake. As you can, if you have a brave, oh my god, I can't speak today. Come over here and hit this switch right off the get. In case you haven't noticed it, each one of these doors represents one of the 4 seasons, the flower being spring. I'm gonna get into why I'm not too excited to play this world. This is my, 8th attempt attempting this world, and I actually did do a full playthrough of this world a couple days ago. And my mojo got killed because, well, I ran into a problem where the game audio didn't capture. Yeah, and that basically killed off my entire mojo for this world. Starting off the gate, you'll see one of these little guys, Venus flytraps. They're called snare bears. Simply activate your golden feathers and jump in to get your first Mumbo token. Since this world is divided into 4 cauldrons, I'm gonna tell you, god dang, I can't speak. Since the world is divided into 4 cauldrons, I'm going to tell you how many Mumbo tokens are in each quadrant, along with how many are in the world totals. Somebody move this boulder, or he can't get in his heels. In the spring version, there are a total of 8 Mumbo tokens. 8! Nice voice crack. There are a total of 8 Mumbo tokens and total of 25 Mumbo tokens in general. So when you see the pop-up display down there, it'll say 1 out of 8 and 1 out of whatever. Or 1 out of 25. Just note that both are one's for the full world and the other's for the seasons. If you come over here and you drop some eggs in here, it will cause this flower to start growing. Sadly, we can't do anything with this flower at the moment, and it even causes some frame rate issues for myself, so we're just not going to mess with it. Before leaving this place, we're not done here. We need to come over to here and grab this Mumbo token. Hi, Toby. Use the Wonder Wing to get through here. Just be mindful of how much Wonder Wing you have. I actually ran out in my other playthrough of this world, but it's not too big a deal. Coming over here. Are you still chasing me? Oh, Jesus! In this quadrant of the world, there are 16 nodes, so we won't. So once we hit 20, we'll have the maximum amount of nodes in this part of the world. That did not work out. Take out these guys. They're very reminiscent of the enemies in Clanker's Cavern, if you even remember them. And Click Clock Wood, I don't have a lot of memories with Click Clock Wood. I never really made it this far into the game. It is an area in which it was the stuff of legend for young school days Nick. However, it's still a fantastic world, and even I like it to this day, because this world encapsulates so many things that the other worlds have done so correctly. Over here is our second Mumbo token. Wait, no, we started with 41. That should be our third one. That is our third Mumbo token. It encapsulates so many other things that each world has done up until this point. Think of it as like everything you've learned is now being put to the test. And this is what I think a final world in any game should be. Can I just get up here? No, I think all that's up there is just blue eggs anyway. Yeah, it's just blue eggs. As you can see, this is the most expensive transformation in the game. And normally I try to save the transformation for the very end. But this time we're just going to start with it right off the bat. Costing a total of 25 Mumbo tokens. Mumbo magic, much good. B is best yet. Now, before we start flying around, I want to show you a little video that I captured. There is actually another transformation in this game that can happen in any world, but is just rarer. I actually got it while doing one of the test plays of this. When I was playing this, I'll show it right now. A little bit before Mad Monster Mansion, or a little bit after it. Usually never really getting to Click Clock Wood. And oh my god, it happened! Spell went wrong. Mumbo's loincloth's all dirty. You wash her. That is a very rare thing to occur. I actually had it occur to one of the fail attempts I did of this. And I'm so happy I got to show it on camera. I don't know the exact chance of becoming the washer off the bat, but I will put the display chance on the screen if it is known. I believe it's pretty low compared to everything else. As the bee, you can fly and you are immune to fall damage. So what we're going to do as the bee is we're actually going to fly around and grab things here and there, such as more golden feathers, because you are going to need a lot of them for the other seasons. Coming over to this tree house here, there is a Mumbo token for us to grab. This should be our 4th Mumbo token. From this point onward, Mumbo tokens are 100% optional. There is no need to collect them all if you don't plan on 100%ing the game. However, because I am a completionist at this point in time, now I'm going to try this. And speaking of being a completionist, I recently met the completionist himself at a convention that was near my state. I went and go visit him, and I got my Switch itself signed by him and PBG. And I actually asked him, because I was doing a live stream of the series at the time, I asked him about Hyrule Warriors and if he was ever planning on completing it. And he said that he was over 800 hours in on that game, and that it was going to be a new game plus, and he thinks he has another 150 hours left to go. So, I'm pretty sure the completionist will never see this video, but if he does, I wish you all the luck, man, and as someone who has completed the Wii U version, I understand the struggle. Note, as a bee, the snare bears will not try to attack you, because you're not a bear, you are a bee. A nice little attention to detail. They're the only enemy that I know their name right off the bat, and I'm pretty sure we'll go back and name every enemy in the game at some point. That's the 5th Mumbo token in this area. Booze. Hello, fat little bee. We zubbers are guarding Gordy's golden honey piece. We've been told there's a honey bear out there. And there's our first Jinjo. The Jinjos are also split into all the different regions. In this region, there are only 2 Jinjos that we need to find. Every other season has only 1. And the more I play this world, I have to admit something. Click Clock Wood music to me, this little beat right here. Here's our first extra life. There are a couple extra lives in this world. There's a total of 7 of them. But I don't think I'm going to be getting all of them, simply because it's really hard to get all of them. But I will grab it, just for the sake of grabbing it. I am actually on a bit of a time crunch here. I need to complete this world in around an hour because we have someone coming over to look at my electric. There isn't really much for us to do over in this area. What we need to do is we need to fly up here as high as we can. And we should see it eventually. Maybe we're not high enough. There it is. There's a snare bear with a Jiggy in it. You can only get this as the bee, so make sure you transform into the bee to jump up here and get it. The reason why I wanted to be the bee to do this was because it is one of the hardest Jiggies in the game. Not one of the hardest to get, but one of the ones that I easily forget about every time. Now then, my cat is playing with my feet. Coming over here, we saw the green Jinjo. It's the last Jinjo in this region, so we're going to try and grab him. And with that, we no longer need to be the bee. So just, let's fly back to Mumbo and transform. Back as Banjo, it's time for us to climb up the tree ourselves as them. There are a few things that we do need to do. Sadly, off the top of my head, I'm actually having a hard time remembering how many Jiggies there are and what else we need to do in this part of the world. I did have a cheat sheet with me, but I accidentally left it in the... Okay. I left it in my other room, so I have to go get that in between recordings. Because I was going to look at it before doing this, and I thought maybe I could remember everything off the top of my head. Well, I'm wrong. I'm having a hard time remembering. Oh, come on, man. Why you gotta be like this? Somebody move this boulder. Get over here, bear. Where you going? I need you to move this here goddamn boulder. My only problem with Click Clock Wood is... since things change between each of the doors, it's kind of hard to remember what's different in what season. Over here, we grabbed the last few notes in this part of the world, and there's an extra life over there. And I failed to get it. This extra life is a pain in the butt. There's another one later on that's even more of a pain, but we need to try and get this. I'll get it some other way. There's another way we can get it, even as Banjo-Kazooie. It's not the correct way to get it, but that's how we're going to have to do it. Moving on from that, because I don't want to sit there for 10 plus minutes trying to get an extra life that we don't really need. We could climb up this slope here and go up this small little incline to start scaling the tree. I don't think there's anything really worthwhile over here. There's nothing for us to grab, so just go back up the tree. And I would highly recommend trying to take these guys out because they can knock you off the tree, causing you to have to climb all the way back up now, you... Okay. I'm okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to heed my own warning and try to take him out. Because I'm a big old dummy and somehow didn't take him out. As Banjo, you cannot get into the beehive just yet, so you'll have to come back later. Doing some platforming that definitely reminds me of Clanker's Cavern. This world actively reminds me a lot of Clanker's Cavern. Not just the enemies, but some of these jumps you have to make. It also kind of reminds me of Mad Monster Mansion in the portrait room where you had to make some of these jumps. But that's not too important. Jumping down here, be very careful. Nope. You are going to have to jump on these small little bridges. If you feel unsure that you're not going to make it, simply ground pound to stop all your momentum to land on it. These jumps are very tricky, and I have fallen on them in other playthroughs, definitely. So just be careful, and you should be fine. Coming up here, though, you can hit the summer switch. Ground pound it as you would any other switch. And that opens the gateway to summer. Making our way into here... There's really no reason for us to come into here, but, you know... Chomp, chew, Nabnut likes acorns. I'll just eat a few more. There is a reason for us to come in here. There is a Mumbo token, making that the 7th out of the 8th Mumbo token. Only one more remains now. And I don't remember which one it is. Be sure to grab... If you're missing any red feathers, be sure to grab a lot. And if you have not put in the red feathers code, be sure to put it in before coming into here. You are going to need it. And there is the last Mumbo token of this section. Now, this world, there's still other areas to explore. Click Clock Wood has the most Mumbo tokens in the game by a long shot, so please be sure to grab them. Use the shock pad to get up here.
Me, Mighty Eagle needs sleep now. Mama.
This will be important for later. As with many things in Click Clock Woods, this is something that we can't do yet. But be sure to break that open as it triggers things in other seasons to happen. Be careful making your way up here. These are very tricky jumps, very easy to mess up and just die. And let's go in here. Inside here is our second Jiggy. And real quick, I am going to take a look around because sometimes there's an extra life in here, but not always. There is an extra life in here. I missed this in my initial run-through of the game, so be sure to come by and grab this. You know, if you're counting 100% completion as grabbing all the extra lives, too. I'm not sure how many extra lives are in this section of the game. I'm going to assume that 3 is the right... I need to fall like this. Alright, cool. That could have been way worse. And now let's go get that Venus flytrap extra life. The other way that I was mentioning that you can get this is not the intended way that you do this. As we've been over it many times, you can basically remove Banjo or stop Banjo from taking fall damage. Of course, if you don't want him to take fall damage, or if you do want him to take fall damage for some weird reason. No! Somebody move this damn boulder, feller! I'm getting real sick, Bear. Don't you ignore me. Get your ass back here, Bear. I got it. That was definitely not the right way to get it, but we got it. And with that, I believe we've grabbed everything here in the spring side of Click Clock Wood. I am going to heal up real quick before we officially decide to leave. Well, not too much. Oh, there's a guy here. Cool, that's exactly what we need. That thing has a huge hitbox. And let's get the heck out of Dodge. And with that, we have completed the spring side of Click Clock Woods. Next time on Banjo-Kazooie, we're gonna go into the summer side of things. See you all then.